and Mason, Ohio, and I got a son down in Detroit. He does. He comes around every once in a while. I got a son out on Hall Road out in.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, we can, if you want, you can make copies of your DVD
Right,
for
that
them.
would be great.
And because that's yours, and then we'll make a copy of it and tell your story and send it to the Library of Congress.
That'll be good.
Okay.
I appreciate it very much. Well, my daughter said, Dad, if you don't get picked, I don't know what the hell's wrong, because you've done everything. You've been everywhere. I tell you, nobody can fit my shoes. I don't care who they are.
Yep, you have quite a
But
story
if
here.
I'm on, if everything's honest, they picked the guy, and he's entitled to it. I don't want to take nothing from it.
You know what? The Veterans History Project wants to collect lots of stories.
No,
Because every story is important, because every soldier had a part in winning the war. So every story is important.
I'll tell you a little secret. I didn't win the war. I hid behind a bush or what somebody else did.
Okay, so we're going to get everything set up here. Dennis has got his all.
We're good.
Okay.
You want me to look into that, or look?
No, look at me. We're having a conversation here.
Right,
Okay.
that'd be good.
Yep, just relax and enjoy yourself and tell us
I
what you want to tell us.
You did a great job, because you even sent some answers to the questions back, so that's really good, because it'll help me go in
You
the.
can thank my daughter for that.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. So this is the beginning of an interview with Mr. James Stanton.
Right.
And he is, I'm missing my piece of paper here, okay. Mr. Stanton was born on May 31st, 1925.
Right.
So you are 85 years old. 85 years old. And this interview is taking place at the offices of RSVP in Warren, Michigan, and today is August 4th, 2010. I'm Ann Bartlett. I'll be doing the interview, and the videographer today is Dennis Calhoun.
Pleased to meet you.
So, Mr. Stanton, we'll start off if you could tell us a little bit about yourself, where you were born, and something about your family.
Yes, I can. Would you like me to start?
Yes, I would.
All right.
Please do.
I was a farmer before I went into the service, and I was drafted in one sense of word, and I was deferred from the Army on account of my father was sick, and so but he was kind of a hard driver. He drove us all like the dogs, and so I canceled my deferment and went and joined. I went in Fort Thomas, Kentucky. Fort Thomas, Kentucky, the 5th of November, 1943. Then we stayed there about, I'd say probably 2 weeks. Then we went to Fort Sill, Oklahoma, where I took my basic training. For 17 weeks, I weighed 120 pounds when I went in. After 17 weeks of basic, I weighed 170. Then after basic...
They fed you good.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
I was 5'11" and a half then.
So 120 was pretty thin.
Yes, well, it's pretty thin. And so anyhow, I left there. I went to Camp Good, Texas. It was in Lawton, Texas. And anyhow, I took up 6 months of advanced training there. Went to Mexico on machine gun school. And then after that time there, I weighed 240 pounds then. Then when we went over, they trained us to loading barrel to do the howitzer, and by me being the heaviest man in the company, they picked me to load the gun, which the shells weighed 100 pounds each.
So how much did you weigh at that point?
240.
Wow.
I was a pretty good sized man. They said I looked like Hulk Hogan because on account of the arms I had. I used to, then we went through the war. Went in and I landed over in Glasgow, Scotland.
Okay, let's hold up for a minute. Let's.
All right.
So tell me a little bit about your family. You said you were a farmer. Your parents had a farm.
Yes, they did.
And where was this?
It was in Kentucky, Lebanon, Kentucky.
Lebanon, Kentucky. And what did they farm?
Tobacco. We farmed tobacco, corn, wheat, and we raised sheep. We raised cattle. We raised hogs. Yeah, but he drove us like dogs.
How many brothers and sisters?
I had 5 brothers and 3 sisters.
Okay. Were you the oldest and the middle?
No, I had one brother, the oldest when he died a long time ago, and then I had a younger brother, 2 years younger than me. He fell off a ladder and broke his leg, and 4 places, and they put a cast on it before the swelling went down, and he shipped him into Chicago, and they sawed his leg off, and he went in the shop and died.
Oh dear.
But they all, I was sorry, they didn't pay much attention to me till after I went over there and come back. But that's about the size of the pile there.
Okay. So one of the reasons why you went into the Army was basically to get off the farm.
Get off the farm.
Get off the farm. Okay.
Get off the farm.
Get off the farm. So where did you do your basic training?
In Fort Sill, Oklahoma.
And was that the first time you've been away from home?
Well, let's see. Yeah, I'd say it was. About the first time I'd ever been away. Overnight or something like that. Yeah. That was the first time.
The furthest you've been away from home.
Yeah, the furthest I was over there and back. Yeah.
So was that kind of exciting for you to be?
Well, a lot of people didn't like the service because they didn't like to follow orders.
Yeah.
No, and that was my main thing. I made sure I did that, and I had never had any problems. But
you were used to following your father's orders.
Yeah, but he was a little different. Yeah, he'd get the hickory out of us if we didn't in the Army. They didn't do that. Yeah, that was.
So it was kind of easier.
Yeah, he was kind of.
And you were 18 years old when you were in the
18
Army?
years old when I went.
Okay.
Yeah, just turned 18.
So what was boot camp like?
I enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't enjoy it. The only thing I found out in Fort Sill is the dust. We had so much dust out there, and you get your eyes put out. And I guess I did good. I never had any problem after taking my basic. Well, I never had any other one either. Yeah.
They must have fed you good if you put on weight.
Yeah. The only thing I didn't eat chicken. I haven't eaten chicken in 75 years, and I don't eat fish. They used to say, "How come you don't have any wrinkles in your face?" People look at me now. I said, "Well, it's because I have fun out of myself. It's because I don't eat any chicken." Really? I said, "Oh yeah, that's right." And I still don't eat no chicken.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
We just learned something.
The secret to a youthful complexion, and you do have remarkably nice
really?
skin.
Yeah, everybody
you
says
do.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know how in the world I've had my nose broke 4 times.
Really?
Yeah, I've had 5 heart attacks, 6 hernia operations, my spine broke, brain stroke, and headaches for 7 days a week ever since I come back from 1944. Ever since the war was over, I've had a headache 7 days a week. I cured it all. Now I don't have nothing but diabetes.
Wow.
Pretty good, ain't it?
Wow.
Ain't many people. A lot of people don't believe in what I did, but it's cured everybody that I've put it across to. I use cinnamon.
Cinnamon?
Cinnamon.
Yeah.
I put a teaspoon of cinnamon on my coffee every morning. Then I drink that, and then I take a cinnamon pill morning, one about the middle of the day, and then the other at midnight. And everybody has tried that. It's
well. I mean, you're the evidence right there.
And my daughter said, "Dad, if you hadn't tried that, I would have never believed it." But you got the evidence right there.
Okay, so after boot camp,
Yeah.
What did you get trained for?
For artillery.
Artillery.
Artillery, yes.
Okay, firing the big guns.
Oh yeah, 155 howitzers.
Okay, so what were your postings? Where were you posted?
All over Europe.
All over Europe. So you went to basic training, then you went to artillery school?
Yeah, I go to my training in Texas.
Texas?
Yeah, I think it's close to 6 months of it, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then where was the first place that you got sent overseas?
Well, they sent us to Camp Kilmer. We stayed in Camp Kilmer, New Jersey. So it was like a staging area. Then we went to Boston, Massachusetts, and shut down.
I'm from that area, so I'm really familiar. Yep.
Yeah, you know Providence?
I know Camp Kilmer. Yeah, yep. It's owned by Rutgers University now, and I had Yep, I had classes in some of the Quonset huts.
Oh yeah, really?
We stored stuff in some of the barracks. Yep.
Are you familiar with Providence, Rhode Island?
No, I'm not.
That's where we went on past, but we was only there for a short time. Nice
Okay.
people, good-looking girls.
Okay. So you were at Camp Kilmer for a few days?
Yeah, for a few days.
And then you got put on a boat?
I put on a boat and sent over.
Sent over.
Yeah.
How many guys were on the boat?
Some said 5,000. I don't know if it was or not. It's a heck of a big boat. But about the same coming back. We did the same thing.
So what month was this?
That was in, well, I come back, I went over in let's see, probably in 44, early 44, somewhere in there. And then, I can't remember what month we came back. It came back about 8 or 9 months after.
Okay,
after the war was over.
so you left in the early, like January,
Yeah,
February of
yeah,
44.
yeah.
So it was a winter crossing.
Yeah, we got over there, and where we landed outside, out of Glasgow, Scotland, up in England there, we went a staging there before we went into combat, and they had a holiday dinner, and didn't have nothing but chicken. Well, I mean, they eat chicken, I didn't eat. Well, after the dinner was over, everybody there got diarrhea. There was 25 stools that overhead, and then when he said, well, is there anybody here that, tell us what, anybody here don't have nothing? I said, me? He said, what did you eat for dinner? I told everything, and he says, you didn't eat no chicken? I said, oh no, I ain't had no chicken for many, many years. And so he went out there, and he got them all off of it, and I was happy to go in and eat it. And then we went on up and went into combat, Medal of Honor.
Okay. How long did it take your crossing over in the boat?
7 days, I believe.
7 days. How was the trip?
Well, it got pretty rough. We had a job as a security on the boat. We could have picked that or the kitchen, but the kitchen they had a smell on there. It got in the bread and everything. I eat candy bars all the way over there. Yeah.
Wow.
And when we got to Glasgow, Scotland, they treated us better than anybody. Yeah, so
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
So from Glasgow, Scotland, where'd you go?
We went all the way up to England.
By train?
No, by bus.
By bus?
Trucks.
Trucks.
Yeah, we went over there and then we landed there. We lost our first casualty. Went out when we left there. We lost our first casualty because he was the driver pulling the gun and Hauser, and he put his brakes on the tractor, and he pushed the back of the gun, pushed the front of the gun down, and the windshield went down like in the gun, and the house in front was too close, and it caught him in the chest, and that was the end of him.
So it was a traffic accident, basically.
Yeah.
So that was your first casualty.
Yeah. And then we went over to the next one we went in was Cologne, Germany. They labeled that.
Okay. So you, how did you wind up in Europe? You were in England. You went down, and where did you first land on the mainland in Europe?
We went over to a low, I can't remember, South something, and we stayed there for a couple of days, and then they started issuing us some combat boots, but we didn't have those, and the equipment's going up. It was really, really, really cold. And when I went on, we went out there. First really big thing we had was in Cologne, Germany. We wiped that out, and then when we crossed that little river, I think it was Aurora River, I believe is the name of it. I'm not sure. But when we started there, everybody had to get out in the tractor because we were supporting them.
So now, where were you on D-Day?
I was digging the 6x6.
Okay, a 6x6 is a ditch.
It's a hole. 6x6. That's what you did when you got a punishment.
Or when you got a punishment?
Yeah, we went. 6 of us went to town. It doesn't give the order no more loot. And so we decided we'd go down and get us a big console with radios and all. And while we were down there...
Now, where was this?
It was, it was before you got to Nuremberg. I can't remember exactly. Because we went there, we went to Nuremberg, Germany.
So you were in Germany.
Oh yeah, all over Germany.
You were in Germany. And so on D-Day?
Everybody else got to watch the news that the war was over.
No. When the Allies invaded France.
remember. I can't remember exactly.
You weren't part of that?
No, I don't think so. No, no. I don't
Okay,
think so.
you probably would remember.
Yeah. I remember anything. I remember back to I was 5 years old.
Well, you probably were, let's see, you probably were still in the States. Oh, you probably were still in the States because you had basic training and
17 weeks of basic.
17 weeks of basic and then your artillery.
Yeah.
So when was your trip over to England? That was the beginning of.
Yeah, that was the beginning
of 44. So you didn't participate right in the invasion of Normandy.
No.
Okay. So you came in later on, and where you first landed was in Germany.
No, it's in I can't south something. I can't think what it was. That's about the only thing I can't remember. When they started issuing some clothes and going out.
So Southampton, England.
I believe it's Southampton. I believe that's the name.
Yeah.
I'm almost dead sure it is.
Okay. So then from Southampton, where did they?
We started in combat just a while. I guess maybe 5 or 10 miles out of there. Yeah. And we crossed another little something thing of water there.
The English Channel.
That could have been that. Yes.
Okay.
And that's when, after we got over, we went, after we took Cologne, Germany out, we went to, I think it's the Roar River, I'm not really sure about it. And that's when we almost got killed there because they were shooting right on our tractor. And then we were supporting the 78th Division, the Infantry Division. They got wiped out. I mean, and then we lost 2 more casualties because they told not to go down that swamp on account of those mashed potato bombs they had. They couldn't listen, so they went down and got.
Okay, a mashed potato bomb.
But yeah, they looked like mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Yeah, so they went down there, and when they got down there, the whole area down there was loaded with bombs, booby traps. They got both of that together.
So they were like mines.
Yeah, mines. Yeah.
Okay, so as the infantry went up, they would get.
Oh, they got slaughtered there.
Slaughtered.
Just like you step over one body and another body and another body, because we ate. We had a mess truck followed us, and it was cold in hell. So we went. They got our breakfast. Had to have cold meals. There wasn't nothing else. And so one down there, me and my buddy, we sat down on the log there, and was eating, and he threw his out. And I said, "What's mine? Ain't no good." He said, "Yours won't be either. If you look right over there, look through his guy's chest all blowed out. His eyes were looking back like that, looking." I said, "No, thank you. I don't want none either." So we moved on.
Wow.
Yeah. And from there, we fired around every less than 3 minutes. Shell every less than 3 minutes. We fired. I thought one time we was up getting way up in the outfit, and I went out. We had sleeping in the barn. We got to sleep in the barn there. So I had my sleeping bag laid up. We got in there, and it was, I guess it's close to 5 to 30 below zero outside, and I had my shoes were wet, and I set them outside my sleeping bag. They got hard, and I couldn't get them on. I went out in my sock feet, and stayed out for about 20 minutes and fired shells, and then come back in the barn. And I said, if I ever get those shoes on again, I'm never taking them off till they own it. And change socks.
Yeah.
And they never put it down on, because we never went to a doctor. We were so busy, we never went to a doctor. I had sore feet, I don't know how long, but they never put it down on record. So
yeah.
I guess they could find out about that if they wanted to. Purple Heart would do a good job.
Yeah. So now as the artillery, you were behind the infantry line.
Oh yeah, we could fire 9 miles, but it's only 7 miles correct.
Accurate.
And we'd fire maybe that way 7 miles, that way, and that way 7 miles. We had 4 houses. Each battery had. I was in D battery, A battery, D battery, D battery. I was in there. I was the biggest man. So. And
then you'd have a spotter giving you coordinates.
Yes, yeah, we had a guy that did that, and we didn't have in fact, our platoon sergeant took care of that. He was pretty smart.
And did you have any other casualties in your?
Oh, we had those that got their legs blowed off, and then we got that one got his chest. But we had an Indian over there. we went up there somewhere, I don't know exactly where it was, but we got into drinking wine, some of that wine up there, you know, or somebody run to the building and get it, we'd come back. And we set the gun down, the house down, ready to fire. And we looked out in front, there was a fox alert, and had a German in there with waving the American flag, or white flag. So this ended, you know, going to war dance. He went into war dance and took almost tied him down. You couldn't stop him. He exerted so much power. So we tied him down, and he got shipped back. We had to get another person for a place. Oh yeah.
So you even took prisoners?
Yeah. We had. When we got right at the close to the end of the war, they were so bad off that what they ate was mixed vegetables in their canteens. And at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, they started coming down the road with guns over their heads and surrendered. 4 o'clock, we had 400 prisoners. By the time 8 o'clock come at night, we had 800 in that.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, out there, yeah. And they didn't want to fight. That's the fun thing about it. They didn't want to fight. They were hungry. Shoes, no clothes, no nothing. So he was losing bad. So they started surrendering.
And then what happened with these prisoners?
The next day they started carting them. We took a truck and took them back to the rear east line. And where they went from that, I don't know.
Yeah. But there were a lot of just mostly hungry guys? Or
they were all hungry. We fed them, and in fact, we fed them, and they ate all of our food, and we said get back and get food. Oh yeah.
So your supply line was pretty good.
It was pretty. They treated us pretty good with food. When our house went out right quick, and we had to send it back. We stayed in that one seven days before we got our house fixed. Well, in the meantime, our platoon sergeant took a tractor and went back to a hospital. They got so much food in that tractor to bring up to us. When we got ready to leave, we didn't have a way to keep it, so I give it to those people in that house who took such good care of us. Yeah, and I started shooting their chickens, which I didn't eat the chicken, you know.
Yeah.
They were tougher with that, yeah. Yeah, and then when we got to Muhlenberg, that's when they sent us from Muhlenberg, after we did a security there, that's when they sent us to Fontainebleau, France to take up military police training. And then after that, the rest of its history, we went to Berlin, we inherited Berlin, Eisenhower was our leader. Just like I said, I had charge of him for, I don't know, a month or 2 months after.
You were in charge of Eisenhower?
Yeah, I'd get him every morning, take him to work, to headquarters, go get him and take him home.
So you were his driver?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I wasn't his driver, but we was in we were 2 jeeps, one in front, one behind. We followed him right to the
Okay.
And
So
then,
part of his escort?
Yeah, it was part of the escort. Yeah, it's on the record there. And then they set us up a bar, the detachment, and by me being an operational sergeant, I got the job of running the bar. Well, I had about 5 or 6 motor sergeant. I was a motor sergeant. I was an operations sergeant. I was a drill sergeant. I was a platoon sergeant. I had all of those. And if you get one, somebody to come home, I'd get that.
You get that job too?
I get that job too. And they sent me. Then that Eisenhower company. At that time, you had to have coupons. You was only allowed 6 shots of whiskey. Well, you had to have that coupon. You couldn't get it. It was kind of against the law. So Eisenhower come one night, there and I was behind the bar, and somebody picked on the door, and I opened the door, and it was him. 5-star general. We weren't supposed to stay, associate with them other than just to do it.
Right.
So anyhow, he says, I said, what do you want? He said, you got any booze? I said, a whole room for what? He said, can I get some? I said, you know you ain't supposed to be in there. I got to have some. I said, well, you ain't got no coupon, no? What do you think I'm doing down here? I said, okay, come on in. He came in, I gave him 6 of those coupons. And then
Well, that was probably a good idea.
yeah, but and you know, then after that, I guess about 2, maybe 2, a couple of months, they said he got sent home. I thought he sent home, but now he went down to South Pacific someplace and took care of another deal down there. Then when I got home, he was already president or running for president. I stayed about 18 months out. And Well, they made me a guard over the nut ward. They had like a prisoner here up in Berlin. We had four guys, platoon sergeant. We go have to go up there for so many hours a shift and then change. Oh yeah. It was,
Okay, so the end of the war, you said you were busy. You didn't get to watch it because you were busy digging the hole.
digging a 6-foot hole, and there were 6 of us out there. And he said, "How many shovels you got?" To the supply site.
Okay, so you were on a punishment duty.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Because you had been going out and collecting some souvenirs.
We weren't supposed to be looting there.
Okay, souvenir collecting.
Yeah, that's right, something like that.
Right.
So we had a big generator. We hooked it up there, and we had entertainment. So anyhow, he come out. The captain come out there, and he made me. I was mad, man. I tell you, I lost my cool. So I got man. When he come out to look, all the rest of it, scoop a little shovel, throw it out, sit down. Scoop a little shovel, and throw it out. And when he come out to see me, he could see the top of my head. He's looking down and said, "What are you doing down there? Going to China?" I said, "Probably." Anyhow, he said, "Come out of there." I said, "No, I got to get to 6:50. Get out of there." Well, I got out, and he told me, "Go sit down someplace." He told them guys, "Okay, I want you to cover. I want you to cover this hole." But he took a cigarette off, throwed it down the hole, and said, "Now I want you to cover that up, and when you get it covered up, come and get me." Well, they did. And they all of them pitched in and did it. So then when he come out, "You got it full? Yeah, come out, get me. I want that cigarette." And I threw it in the hole. They looked at him and he said, "I mean that cigarette. I want it." Well, they got out and got the cigarette out and gave it to him. Then he told him, "Okay, now you got to cover the hole back up." He told me, and he went up there and down. You had to have to get to the mess truck and get your food. You had to have your carbine, which I carried a carbine at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I went up there and he said, "Where's your carbine again?" I said, "It's in orders." "Well, you're not going to get anything to eat. I don't care how you have to borrow somebody's." And I had blisters all over my hands. And he said, "I know. We have rules we have to follow." I said, "I know it." So I went in there. He went in and got a guy's weapon and brought it out there. And I got eaten. But I still stayed mad for a while over there. I just one didn't lose it too quick, you know. And they asked me why. Well, I stayed PFC till I got war was over. And he says to call me in the office. We done got in the military police training. He called me in the office. And he always called me Stanton. He didn't say, "Stanton, I'm going to ask you a question." "Sure, ask me anything." He said, "How come you never made any stripes while you before now?" I said, "Well, you want to know the truth? I don't brown nose, you know. I don't care what you are. It don't make no difference." He started laughing. He said, "Okay." I went out, and then I started getting my ratings. He sent it in. Get one stripe on it, give me another. So
So that was the end of the war in Europe.
And then another thing, they picked 6 of us out of there to go in, what they call it, the CIC. Yeah. Well, over there, they call it the CIG or CIG, criminal investigator. We cleaned up all black market and we got in a little bit of stuff off the record, but anyhow, we all prospered somehow. They sold cigarettes over there for $200 a carton.
Wow.
And they sold sugar for $500, $300 a pound. So coffee was the same thing. We would go into there was camps, you know, and go under the beds, pull out a duffel bag, have $50,000 or $60,000 in there. Well, they didn't enjoy that money, kind of money, and then they put a thing that you could only send your base pay home. Well, everybody did what they had to get it done. It was the end of it. You could only send your base pay home. Yeah.
Because the guys were doing too much.
Yeah. They know you wasn't playing mama peg out there drawing it, so yeah.
Right.
And I did pretty good. They raised our base, being over there, they raised my base pay up, and I did pretty good.
Uh-huh.
Had a good time. So, yeah.
So when did you come home?
I got discharged at 47. I believe it's August of 47. I'm not sure. I believe it's August. It should be.
So you were. You didn't get discharged right after.
No.
Right after the war.
No, I signed up for another hit, 18 months.
Okay.
And then I finished out when they started getting
Okay.
cocky, so I.
So you were in Europe all that time,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
So did you see any during the war? Did you have any entertainment? What did you do? Did you have any time off? Did you have
No,
any leave?
no, we went ahead and got the job done. The only entertainment we had is after we went through police training and everything, we inherited Berlin. Then the officers come up with for something for us to have entertainment, so they opened something bar.
Okay.
And then I became head
Okay.
of that. So.
Did you see any USO shows while you were?
Oh yeah, I think it was Jack Benny. I'm not sure. Jack Benny and another came up to the front lines. Red Cross was bad to us guys over there. Yes,
Really?
Oh yeah, we'd go up there and they'd come right up to the front lines when we would go. And in fact, they come up there and they sell us a cup of coffee at 50 cents. Sell us a pack of chewing gum for 25 cents, candy bars for $5 and like that. They really did, and they charged us too. We had to pay it, or we didn't get nothing. That's why I never had no use for the Red Cross too much, because so many boys over there and parents would die, you know, and they were supposed to get them home, try to get them, they don't know who it was. So if anybody knows, I know, because I didn't have nobody to die, but I seen a lot of them that did die. Oh, yeah.
So you were doing military police stuff after the war was over, while you were still in Germany?
Oh yeah, all the time I was over there.
And then now, did you have any celebration when the war was over? Besides the digging the 6x6?
No, they sent us. When I got to Berlin, when I got to that prison up there, I used to escort the prisoners out. We escorted them. I took them down to the Havre, France, and what they did with them down there, I don't know. And it was another.
These were which kind of prisoners?
American prisoners.
American prisoners.
But
American prisoners of war?
But they had to know there was one that had committed a crime, and some of them had 5 years to do.
Oh, okay. So they were military men who had committed crimes. American military men who committed crimes.
And they had so much. Some of them had so much strength they could take a water pipe and make a figure 8 out of it.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, one of them. Well, before they were sent the rules. The guy in charge of the prisoners, when he's on his ship, went into where the men were at. Well, he went in with his 45 strapped on him. The guy took that 45 off and beat the piss out of him, and they started to run out, and the guy up on the tower on the corner post took him down and shot 17 rounds in his leg. His leg wasn't nothing but guns. So then we got strapped with a gas film, about like that. And they had a shell in their gas, and if anybody attacked you, you just sit there and put your eyes out for a sound. Yeah, that's
So you were doing policing the U.S. military.
Everything, yeah.
Everything. Okay.
I had a Russian MP because we couldn't speak the language, you know. And we'd go get him, and it was bad. We'd go get him, and we couldn't speak the English. And we'd take them back, their language, we'd take them back. And if you took them back, they'd try to take them someplace else.
Okay.
Fool one for 8 hours one night. I said, no, I didn't want to. Yeah. But you couldn't, well, you're going to have to be pretty good to speak to her.
Yeah.
I learned, I was pretty good with them. I come back everybody thought I was a German. Rattle that stuff off like I was German.
Did you see any of the concentration camps?
No, I didn't see any because a lot of the Polish people, when we were security trained out, our job was to more or less see the people come through on the train, women, girls, and everything, and they come through, and wherever they were going, we directed them to that, and then we sort of looked after the food that they shipped in by train, you know, gallons of everything. Yeah, it was pretty good, pretty neat. Yeah.
So you went from artillery to doing military police?
That's right. And when we got into Berlin, into Nuremberg, we were in a big school like, and we made into a housing like. So anyhow, had a swimming pool like. The sliding board was made out of wood. So we got in there, everyone wanted to go swim. We went down and they took the guys took and put razor blades in the cracks in that, And as soon as the first guy went up there, he slid down and boy, the blood coming popping from everywhere, and they wouldn't let nobody else, and they checked it and razor blades all up down that thing where you couldn't miss it.
That was
the end of that.
some sabotage.
So they make sure we didn't use that pool. But we took the slide board off and went and got another, and then we used it. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was only the first guy
Yeah,
who got
first
it.
guy, he got,
Yeah.
boy, he had a lot of gas in that butt.
Yeah. So what made you decide to re-enlist?
Well, to tell the truth, I got dropped one night being this young, and we got, and they gave us,
I bet you there were a lot of guys that happened to.
yeah, and they gave us $300 for enlisting. Yeah, busting out pay, I think they called it. $300, so we decided, well, we would get on another drum team, we would get the money, we got the money. Then after we got there, we were going to stick together, but after we re-enlisted, they shipped him someplace else, so we didn't get to stay together.
Oh, no, it happens a lot.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it does. Yeah. I had two brothers that was in the, and the oldest one, he died. Well, the other one, he's down in Bardstown, Kentucky, but he ain't got no brains.
Yeah.
He was only in there a year or 2 years at the most. I think a year is all he's in it. Then he come home, and then the oldest one, they stationed him down in Florida. I can't think where it was, but they stationed him down there. And after he left there, he would come home. He had a family, and he come home.
Mm-hmm.
So then, quite a few years ago, he died. He had cancer of the lungs.
So basically, how did you feel when you woke up the next morning and realized you had re-enlisted?
Well, it didn't sit so good because we wanted, and I think about 5 days after we re-enlisted, they called him up there. I don't know whether they know we buddy or not, but they called him up and said, you're going to someplace else. So
Where did they send him?
I'm not sure exactly where it was. It's a place where nobody likes where they sent me. They sent us there, and then after we come back to the States, and we was in Fort Meade, up that's where the headquarters, and so they shipped us to Carlisle Barracks, Pennsylvania, to patrol the town. And then we were down there, and it was no police officers at all. Only down. So we were there, I guess, 3 or 4 months, and then they shipped us to Greenhaven, New York. You ever hear of that place? Big prison.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Well, we took 400 prisoners to Fort Knox, Kentucky.
It was a federal prison.
No,
Yeah.
federal prison. Then we took 400, I think it was in there. We had about two patrolman cars, at least to us guys to go down there. They give them to us to transfer them down there. And we went down there, and they got, one of them stole the book off of the train. Well, my cousin was a protect sergeant. He was in charge of the whole thing, and he was a booze hound. Well, when we got out, they stole that book, and he went out there and said, okay, I'm going to tell you right now, somebody don't tell me who got that book, I'm going to put you on bread and water. Well, he's a rough one, man. So then they all went on a setting down strike. They're not going to eat it all. But we had all that money. We figured they'd tell somebody down there they could take the money, but they didn't. We had all that money to get boozed up all the way back to New York.
Yeah. So when you came out of the military, that was 1947.
1947.
And you decided you didn't want to join. You didn't want to be in it any longer. You were done. So now you were how old? You were 22.
Something like that.
The old man of 22, huh?
Yeah, old man of 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right. They say,
Yeah.
They don't. People now don't figure out that. Because it's the way I get around. Where I live, it's not for me. The only reason I stay there is one time my daughter, her worship, she's in Ohio, but I don't do anything I want. She gets it from me. I don't have to worry about nothing.
So you're 22 years old. You get out of the army. Where did you get out? Where did you discharge from?
Fort Meade, Maryland.
Okay.
Yeah, Maryland. Fort Meade, Maryland. That's sometime.
And what did you do? Did you go home?
I went home and started trucking business, and the people after the uniform comes off in Kentucky, you ain't nothing.
Right.
So I got me a couple of trucks and started that. They couldn't make no money. They went.
You went back to your family's farm?
Yeah, went back to the family.
Were they glad to see you?
Well, my mother was, but my dad, me and him, we kind of had a little disagreement years ago, and he got whipped, and there's some things to him because he didn't do right. He was more or less a womanizer. He was out doing work while I'm doing it. Met me, I think it was, at that time I was 14, I was 15, and I had more or less run the farm. I'd go out and bring in the wood and everything, not bigger than about this ain't, and he'd go out and have a good time.
Oh.
So then he made a mistake, and he attacked me one afternoon. He was going to beat the hell out of him, and it didn't work. I beat the shit out of him, and that was it. And my mother just stopped it. So anyhow, I think he really helped it again because the reason why he drove us like dogs, I think each way, why he really felt that way that I had something coming, he couldn't get me. So then I'm trucking. I went in and took up a trade, metal finishing.
Metal finishing?
They call me Polishing Bucket King.
What?
Polishing Bucket,
Polishing Bucket King.
Because what I knew about that, I've always made it my business. If I see a job that I want, I'm going to make sure that I do that job better than the guy had it before. Well, I become a trainer for them. I come here from Chicago, and as soon as they talk to me, they won't let me get away. They hard me. Then I come back, and that's the story of my life. It started. I've been all over.
Did you have your own business, or did you work?
Yeah, I had a business in Chicago, and the guy wanted me to do all the work. So I told him, either you buy me out, or I'll buy you out, because you'd always want to be gone. And I said, he bought it. And then when I come to Michigan, I started running different places. Valley Diecast was a big company, and I was a superintendent. I started out as a foreman, and I wound up being a superintendent. They still owe me $47.
Do they?
Yeah, they went bankrupt. Well, I brought them out of bankruptcy twice. And when you break your contract with me, that's it. He broke his contract because you're supposed to live up to your contract. He broke his contract, and I quit. I said, when you do that, I quit. Then I went and learned another company's business into machine shop. I got that down pat, and I could go out and just and the people that I managed all through there, I always managed to lay a mark on. I respected people so much, and they did the same thing to me. And any of them guys right now, if I had a shop, they'd be back to work for me, because I made them more money than they ever made in their life. I got repaid though, because they all had respect for me, and I have to say that they really did. And then everybody sued Valley Diecast, and I happened to be the last one to sue, and I got nothing. They out of money. But out of money, they ain't got nothing.
That's right.
They say they can change, which is known fact, that they can change go to work next door, change the name, 1 or 2 letters in that name, call it something else. They can work there and you never get this money. The judge down in Detroit told me, if they go back and open up a business, we'll go get your money. So I've been honest though. I never cheated nobody.
When you were collecting souvenirs in Europe, what did you do with them?
Well, I had a whole bunch of souvenirs, and I had them in a machine, bullet box. Had them in there, and there was a guy going home. Well, I didn't miss him till after he's gone. I missed him. He done took him away. Come home. I had a 45, and I got on the battlefield, and I took it to Berlin, and the lady did my laundry. She cried, her parents or somebody chrome-plated that pistol, and it looked the prettiest thing you ever seen. So I took it and took the handles on and put glass, I had put glass on it, and put a picture behind it. They called Austin, come over here from the States over there. When I went out to inspect the guard, I had it on. Where did you get that gun? I don't know why. You buy it? Well, I'm going to buy that. You can't buy this. It's not for sale. He said, well, you plan on taking that home? I said, yes, I am. He said, well, you won't get there because that's government issue, and you can go to prison to have that done, destroying government property. So they took it from me when I come back when I left over there. They said everything I had no souvenirs. It all got gone home. But,
So they're all stolen.
Oh yeah, I had a 45 there. I had a D38 and a Luger, and a lot of other stuff. I'd like to got them home. They were just like brand new.
What about your pay? I mean, while you're getting paid over there.
Yeah. Well, we got overseas pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, on top of that, I think I drove $240 a month. When I went in there, it was $75 a month. That's what we got.
Were you sending that money home to your family?
Yeah, I had a lot made out to my mother.
Okay.
And I put so much in, and they put so much in.
Yeah.
When I got home, all the money was gone. They done bought. I sent a lot of money home. I really did. And I got home. They done bought houses, and sent somebody on a honeymoon. My oldest brother on a honeymoon. And they sent my check. The check went out one day, and I said to my brothers down in Bardstown, I said, I'm going to go to the bank today to get some money. He said, what money? What money? I'm getting. He said, there's no money in there. I said, what do you mean? Well, they had sent one on a honeymoon, and they bought houses and so forth. Then when the last house they got rid of was 300 acres farm with 7 foot main of coal, and he didn't get the coal rights, but they sold that and wrote about my house in Louisville, Kentucky, and went back to Chicago and started setting everybody down in Philadelphia. And what I got out of that deal, I got a 20-pound sledgehammer out of that deal. And I used to tell people, partners, be careful of that sledgehammer. I said, 20-pound sledgehammer is worth $300 or more. Oh my God. Yeah.
So they didn't save any of the money for you. I mean, it would have been one thing if the allotment that you gave your mother, they used that, but they were using.
What I said.
Yeah.
They got rid of that.
So that didn't make you feel very warmly to them either.
I had to build my own life.
Yeah.
My wife went to Chicago. She's died 5 years ago.
So did you use any of your GI benefits?
We started to build I got a house started over in Warren there, and one day I said, I'm going to go down and see how they're coming. I went down there, well, it's on that one, but there's building another house right within 6 feet of my back door. I said, what are you doing here? He said, we're building a house. I said, we're here? I know. And he said, we got the orders to build it. We're going to build it. I said, well, tell you what, you can stop working on this one right now. I'm not going to, I got 2 eligibility steps at home now. I can use anytime I want to. But after everything's happened the way it is, what I want a house anyhow. I don't need a house. I need more time. I'm going to live to be 120 years old or 100. How do you like that?
That's your plan?
That's my plan.
Okay, good.
You think I'll make it?
You know, if you keep up the chicken and keep with the cinnamon, I think so.
And women.
Women?
I got a girl who's 50 years old. I just took her to her 50th birthday.
Really?
Yeah, I've had 3 dates out with her. She's a good person. She had a life like I did. Mine happened to me bad because I had my last marriage and back. And so.
So tell me about you're building your own business.
I built that business, and then I come into the cleaning business here in Michigan, and I don't know if you know where the Cloverleaf bar is on Gratiot and I.
Not from the side.
Well, anyhow, I had that account and Mountain Jacks and some more, and I did that. So one day, I did a stupid thing. I paid their taxes and everything. The last year I had it, I didn't figure I made much money, and so I told them, you all have to start paying your taxes because I can't afford to pay it. Well, it went on for, I guess, 4 or 5 years after that. My daughter was taking care of it after my wife died. I was taking care of it, and I got they let me know that I should have paid them. So I paid that off. Now I don't owe nobody nothing. I just get out there and do my thing. Hoping some woman would kidnap me.
So where did you meet your wife?
I met her in Cincinnati, Ohio. Me and her are both professional dancers. I,
Really?
oh, yes, sir.
Ballroom dancing?
Yes, sir. I started out in Berlin, Germany, the ballroom, the biggest ballroom, the dance hall in the world. It was big, huge. So I started out there. Dancing there, and I learned all ballroom dance and everything, hot stuff, and dirty dancing. You've seen that, some of that. Me and her did that. We did it in Chicago. They used to follow me and her. They didn't follow to dance, they followed to observe. So we did it in Cincinnati and in Chicago. We went to Cincinnati, and we won a trophy in Cincinnati. And she had long red hair. Well, she was kind of bashful and none that way. It was too upset about dancing. He said, I'd like to have that one couple and the guy and the lady with long red hair get on the floor. She said, I ain't going up there. I ain't going up there. Yes, you are. We won up there, but I had to drag you. Went up, we won that one, and I give it to my sister-in-law, the thing we won, and I give it to the admission for a year there, and I give it to my sister-in-law because she lived in Cincinnati, and we live here. Yeah, I did it.
So you married a redhead?
Yeah, married a redhead.
So how many kids did you have?
4.
4 kids?
Yeah, 4. We took one to herself in '76.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, that's right. It's a bad thing, but
yeah.
My wife did a wrong thing to me years ago, and I can't shake it. So it eats at me every day of the comes. It eats at me. I just can't. Only thing's going to change that is that 50-year-old
lady, your girlfriend.
Hey,
men who can dance are in big demand.
Oh yeah, I can do it. I'll show you a picture.
Oh yeah.
This is, I got 2 of them here. 2 of them here. That's my wife, the one that died 5 years ago.
Okay.
That's her. There's my sweetheart right there.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a friend, and here's the other one. She was 19 when she graduated.
Very nice.
Isn't that so?
Yeah.
So that's the only one that changed my mind. I'm not interested in nothing else. Oh, I go up as high as 35, but I don't want to go to 35. Got it down to 22.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No girlfriend. Yeah.
but your one now, she changed your mind. She let you.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
Yeah. She's got a little experience on her, right?
She's been married twice.
Oh, so she knows.
Yeah, she knows about it because the first guy that she married, and she got 2 kids, but one's 28 years old, and the other's I think just turned 21 or 22. He had that stuff that people call the AD, or what is that disease they have, in their genes. A lot of people have it.
Autism?
Kids. It's I forget what it's a D, something with a D.
ADD?
Yeah, that's what he got, and she couldn't live with it. So the families got together and decided it was the best thing to do. Then she turned around and married another guy. After that, one woman wasn't enough for him. He had to have 2 or 3 of that, so she got rid of him, then she went into me. But I actually believe that God has put us together because I don't do anything wrong. I don't go to church. I don't believe in this. Church used to be good here. It's really nice. It's professional. It's good. It's a game, more or less. If you ain't got the money, I don't want you in the church. And I don't think I do anything in the world wrong. I think I'm doing exactly because that's why I live as long as I am. Because I think he's doing what
So are you a one-woman man?
I am now. I was that. I didn't think any man in the world, because what we did, could take it from me. But it was a friend of ours. He was the oldest guy you ever met. He was a musician. Yeah, he lived by 2 months. We separated, and then later on, she come around. We got back. But I treated her right. I noticed that Dad, you didn't do everything right because you brought us all through it. You raised us, and you sent me to school. And she says, and my hats off to her. When I asked her about the girl, 50 years old, I said, what would you do if I come driving down there with a girl driving my car? She stopped at about 10 minutes. She didn't answer. She said, well, Dad, I'm going to tell you, I don't think there's anything in the world that's too good for you because you deserve everything what you've been through. You deserve every minute, and I guess I do. That's the end of my
So this picture over here, this is your service picture?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. And you were 18?
I think I was 19.
19 when that one was taken.
That's an ugly picture, ain't it?
No.
I think you look quite dashing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, and I see a bit of mischief in those
Yeah.
eyes. Of course, I still see the mischief in your eyes
Oh,
now.
can
so.
you really?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I didn't know it sticked out that way.
And you're wearing dark glasses. You're trying to hide it, but I can see it.
I got all my
You
hair
got all
too.
your hair?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
right. They used to ask me when I run that big company down there, and I had a lot of women work for me too. So you never see me without my cap. They said, "Gentlemen, take your cap off. Why don't you take your cap off? You never take it off." I said, "Nope, only when I go to bed." And so they said, "Come on, take your cap off." I said, "No, I don't want to take my cap off." "Come on, please." "It's okay. I'll take it off." "Oh my God, we thought you was bald-headed." That's it. Yeah.
So tell us about some of these pictures here.
No, well,
We're gonna do them one at a time, and then let
okay.
Dennis. Maybe I'll
You want me
put
to hold
this
it this
down
way?
here. Yeah.
Okay. This one's my father and mother with me. I was when I come on. I was 19 when this picture was done. I was on my first leave.
Okay. Leave from boot camp.
That was from basic training. I come out of Fort Sill home.
Okay.
I'm on leave. That's what.
Okay. Why don't you hold it up for him? Okay. Got it.
I do now.
Okay. Now this was after you had they had fattened you up a little bit.
That's when
Okay.
That's when I was 170 pounds when I come home.
Okay. I think this is the same, pretty much the same picture,
Pretty
just
much the same picture.
just cropped a little bit. Okay. And so tell us about this one.
That one's we was on KP. But if you see, we were kitchen KP. We were in kitchen doing peeling potatoes or whatever comes natural.
Right.
Yeah.
And do you know where this was?
That's in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Yeah.
In Oklahoma. So this was still basic training.
Yeah, still basic
Okay.
training.
You remember the other guy's name?
Yeah. No, I think he was Polish though. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's.
And here's
Yeah, that's
Here's a close-up of that.
Yeah, that's a close-up.
Okay. And
That's my sister.
this is your sister.
She's still living. She's 90 years old.
And this was taken down in Kentucky?
Yeah, Kentucky. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's the one who always looked at that. While I was over there and everything
Uh-huh.
else, make sure.
Is she the one who wrote to you mostly?
Yeah, she's the
Okay.
one. Yeah, that's one. That's the one
Okay.
who wrote to me all the time.
What was her name?
Jean.
Jean.
Yeah.
And she's still alive?
Oh yeah.
Where is she living?
She lives in Bardstown, Kentucky. She lives down with that other brother of mine. So now he ain't
Okay.
got no sense. So anyhow.
Okay. And this one?
And that's the only picture I have of him. That's my brother. He fell off the ladder and broke his leg in
Okay.
4 places, and they put it.
And what year was that
That was
he got injured?
I had to have been in, let's see, 50. I went to Chicago in 57. It had to be 59. I think
Okay.
59
And
because
what's his name?
Forster.
Forster?
Yeah, we called him Nuke. That's what his
And
nickname was.
is he the one who's still alive?
No, he's dead.
He's dead
Yeah,
now.
he did cut his leg off.
Okay.
The one that is still alive, his name's Chuck. We called him Chuck. His name, I don't know what they called him his real name. But he doesn't see eye to eye with me. I
Okay.
tried to give him a job and make him something now. Now he's got enough sense to pull this out of him. That's the truth about it. Hate to say that about him, but being my brother, but he's just not the kind of guy I am. I don't want nothing like that.
And what is this award here? Why don't you put it up so we can get a video of that?
Can you get it? Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, you want me to hold it?
Yeah.
As I'll tell you the truth, as it's all over with and everything now, I have to say it was an interesting life. I learned a lot. And the rest of it I learned myself.
So you got 3 bronze stars?
Yep. My daughter has them down in her house
Mm-hmm.
on the side of the wall. She wouldn't take $1 million for those. Well, get hers when she's dead, when I'm dead and gone. I just had back surgery too.
Did you?
Yeah, I had 2 double. I had an abscess exploded, and then there's another popped out underneath it. This month, the 23rd, this month it'll be done 3 months. They'll be taking advantage of it for 3 months now. This has been horrible. I went through a lot of pain pills.
So, did you suffer any wounds or?
Over there,
Yeah.
things, my feet.
Just your feet?
Yes, my feet.
Okay. The scale.
It's okay?
Yep, we got it.
And did you have permanent damage from that?
Well, my feet is not the same. I
Yeah.
got diabetes. I can't tell much
Oh,
about it
okay.
because of diabetes. Well, I'm getting pretty well getting that straightened out. So I think with another year, I won't have no diabetes. For that supplement keeps it away from
Okay.
something. It keeps your blood sugar low. That's what it does.
I forgot my other question here. Oh, your medal. That's what I wanted to
Yeah.
ask you. When is that?
That's let me take this thing.
I think we got, okay.
Uh-oh.
We hooked on to
I
the,
got hooked on that.
this was, thank you for your service, Veterans Memorial Organization of Warren.
Okay. Yeah, they got my brick.
So that was
out.
the city gave you a thank you.
Yeah, and I got a brick out there at the memorial
Ah.
out there. Yeah.
Okay.
About 4 feet from the flagpole. Yeah.
When did the city give you that award?
I think it was, I mean, this one here?
Yeah.
I think it was, I think it was 23rd of June, I believe, I got it. Because my daughter came up here for the celebration. They come up,
This past year?
yeah, this past year. She come up to film me and dancing at where I live. And my grandson was taking pictures, and he took pictures of his girlfriend instead of me. And so she got mad. She's not happy with that. And he's not happy with that. And she come up here as a surprise. And I was dancing with this old, I didn't even think she could dance. I figured she was on my feet. So boy, when she started moving, I thought, oh my God, I didn't know. And she's in her 70s, you know, and so she's used to be a singer and a school teacher and everything else. So last one we danced they had over there, she was gone and she wasn't there, and there wasn't nobody else to dance with. And I told them out there, but the managers, about that 7 foot tall, you have to look up like that. And I told them, you know what? Jim, his name is Jim too. I said, I'll tell you what. You can get anybody who can follow me and match up with me. I'll give you $100 if you can find me about. I ain't betting what against you. I'm betting with you. So anyhow, my daughter said, well, you know, Jeff should have not took pictures of his girlfriend without money ever seen his girlfriend. Now, and then he was wanting to avoid she's a little off the track. Now him and his wife getting back together. I hope it's a good thing. But I think he's kind of listened to me a little bit now. They all do listen to me a little bit because I don't tell no lies. I don't believe it.
How many grandkids you have?
I think about I got about 16 or 17 grandchildren, 2 or 3 great grandchildren. I've been around for a little bit. Yeah.
Been busy.
I married a girl in New York. She wouldn't leave me alone and followed me all over. I was up on that mission doing the I met her there. So after I went back to Fort Meade, and when I went back to Fort Meade, she would come down, follow me all the way down. So I married her. 7 days went by, and when I told her I wasn't coming to town. She had to know for sure what the time I told her we was on guard duty that night. We went to the show, me and his buddy, his girlfriend was Stanton. Went to the show, and we come back, and we stopped at a service car. And we walked in, we didn't get more than that wall there from here, and he says to me, boy, I bet you can't guess who I see. And at that time, I seen his girlfriend, too. I said, now, I bet you can't find out who I'm looking at. And he said, God. So we went over, and they said, we didn't know, we thought, well, some of them told us you wanted to go. I said, I told you I had to put a guard duty. So she started with me. I said, okay. This is all over 7 days. I had her 7 days before they followed me all the way to Kentucky, her and her mother. I would have probably been real off because her father was a big shot on the railroad. I'd have had a job for life. I'd not been retired and everything. Yeah, I just went around a little bit, you know.
So you met your redhead.
Yeah, I met the redhead. And I was getting around before I met her, but her legs just attracted my attention.
And the dancing.
Yeah, the dancing. She could get it. I used to go out with a buddy of mine. We'd go bar hopping, you know, in Kentucky there. So I'd always tell her, yeah, you watch me, the girl I pick out, it's a good dancer, I can take her home. So we was out the last chance, and here comes this girl, she's from Michigan, she's done her mission. And I said, she's shy. I said, yes, she is. I said, so I watched her dance 2 or 3 times, and I said, that's something I do not know. I went over there, I said, would you care to dance? And she said, dance? No, I'm just learning, so she got in, she said, oh, you can. I said, well, a little bit. So anyhow, I wound up, I took her off. I said, Dad, what did I tell you? He said, you son of a bitch, you. He said, I thought you was kind of sneaky. I said, I'm not sneaky. Ain't nothing sneaky about that. I just, boy, and our whole family, she's into dancing. My daughter's the same way. And my sister-in-law, the one that died, she died just about a year after my wife died. She was into it. Her other sister was into dancing. She liked for that Ossenberry. She trained Ossenberry for everything. And I used to pick up dancing in that ballroom, and I used to pick up little things here and there and work it into that, man. We have a ball. Yeah.
So anything else you want to tell us about your military experience?
Let me see. I had something on my mind I was going to tell you before. What the hell was it? Well, I guess not. All I said was it was an experience. And I've had experience.
You came back in one piece.
Yep, I was one piece, yeah.
That's good.
Only thing happened to me over when we were staged in that place where the chicken was involved in the diarrhea.
Yeah.
I developed something, but my blood got out of shape. I started having boils. I can't get my sleep. I had a place there where it's just about go over they'd have to lance it. Yeah, and they all got that diarrhea, and then I had this finger, but I'm sure what that knot is there. Yeah. This finger was, I used to have a little scar on it. It was swelled up like that. And so the officer went out to a party that night, and he come back, and I told him I had to keep my finger in the steel handle in cold water. In 10 minutes it'd be lukewarm. So I went down to his office there, and I said, can you do anything about that? And he looked at me, and he said, all fine. He said, wait till I get my thing out. I said, so he lost his key. So he took his knife, held it under the burner there, and sterilized it, and when he hit that, and I went blinder than that for 5 minutes, and man, I never felt good in my life, and he taped it up, and I stayed, they had me quarantined in the, I stayed in the barracks, let's put it that way, and until we got ready to move out, and then I went back. They were beginning to heal up a little bit too. But that's the only thing, outside of that, my feet got froze. Used to drink a half pint of potato schnapps for a long time. It's so cold over there. Never had more pain than you drink that schnapps.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's all I got.
Makes you feel a little tingly, that's for sure.
That's the truth.
Yeah. Well, now this, these pictures are these are copies.
Yeah.
These are your copies, or can we keep them?
No, you can keep them.
Okay.